So I'm going to show you how to make duct tape bow ties for dogs, cats, or people. So you can, I'm going to show you some of them I've already done. So this one is attached with a hair tie, which is pretty good if you have an animal with a collar. If your animal does not wear a collar, you can use bracelet string and measure their neck before you tie it, because once you tie a knot in this, it's not going to come out unless you cut it. And this is just one I've done that's not attached to anything. And you can make them any size. These ones are a little bit bigger because I have a German Shepherd, and he's a big dog. But this one could be for like Chihuahuas, French Bulldogs, Boston Terriers, any of them like that. Or cats. Cats can wear big ones too. But if you don't want a big one for your cat, that's cool. I made these ones for my friend's cat. Or you can make these ones to put bobby pins on them. So you start off picking the color of your duct tape. So I'm going to use purple. You can basically find duct tape anywhere nowadays. A good place to get it is Walmart. They have a bunch of colors. You can get duct tape. You can get duct tape for your favorite football team or anything. So this one has paws on it, which I thought was appropriate. This one's Galaxy duct tape. This one with the string is white with some trim around it. Okay, so you're going to want to start off with a piece of duct tape, and I'd measure for size. Take like, I'm already using a bow tie, so I'd measure it. Say this one's about 5.5. Always make things a little bit bigger. So say if it's 5.5, you're going to want to use, I'd go about 8. Because it's just there just in case you make mistakes. And mistakes do happen. So you're going to want to, so with your first piece of duct tape, you're going to want to take this one and place it just a little bit over, like this. And then cut like this. So I'm using an X-Acto knife, which works really well. Or you can use plain old scissors. Usually I don't use it for this, but when you get to this stage, you can trim it with the scissors, which makes it a lot easier. So if you try to do it with like the X-Acto knife, sometimes it gets a little tricky. So you're going to want to take at least 3. If you're doing a smaller one, you only need 2. So, but for bigger bow ties, up to 3 or 4. Because this is going to be how wide it is. Well, no. Yeah. So you can either do 3 or 4. For the big ones. You can make them as big as you want. But this one's about 3. This one's only about 2 because it doesn't need to be very big. Okay, so once you get this, you're going to want to take the corner of it. Oh, it doesn't want to stick. Okay, cool. So you're going to want to take it out. And you're going to want to stick it sticky side up. And then you're going to do the exact same thing that you just did. So put your sticky duct tape over here and measure out 3 strands. Again. 3 or 4 or 2. I would measure them before you put them on the duct tape, because you're going to want to take 2 hands to do this. Because once you stick your duct tape to other sticky side duct tape to other sticky side duct tape, it doesn't come off very well. I guess it just proves it's strong. And sometimes, like that, happens. So If this happens, carefully pull it out, and if it messes up like this, just do another strand. Because there's no point. You're going to want your puppy to look the best. So what you're going to want to do is not put these together like you did the last ones. So you're going to want to put them separately. I forgot to mention that. So you can do any measurements you want. There's always trimming. There's always trimming. Okay, so once you have these, you're going to take your sticky duct tape. You're going to want to take your first strand and put it directly over this, but be very careful. Be very careful when you do this, because you can easily get it stick it wrong. So once you get that, it's gonna start to look two-sided. So that's what you're gonna want. Then put your next piece of duct tape down directly on that one, and then repeat with this. And you can see how like some of them are different sizes, which is okay. So this is what you're gonna end up with. And you notice that you have sticky side stuff showing. If you want, you can just cut it off, or just fold it over. Sometimes I fold it over, sometimes I cut it off, but I'm going to fold it over right now. So once you get that, you're going to have that. Then you're going to want to take this, or what you can do is when you you're going to fold this like this, flip it over and fold it like so, and then just repeat, because it gets the bow tie shape. I know this bow tie is ridiculously big. We'll cut it down to size. Then do the last one here, and then so you have what looks sort of like a bow tie. So then you're going to want to cut it down to whatever size you think is appropriate. And if you're doing one for a little dog, you can take a bunch. You can do this size, just make them a bunch of them, which is not a bad idea. So you just trim the sides of it. And it's not always going to be even, but you can try your best. Okay. So right now, you can see that we have some excess stuff. So if you just take another strip of your duct tape and cut it here, and then just place this over it, and flip it over, do that, and then just cut off the excess stuff, and make sure it sits right. Okay, so once you get this, you're going to have something that looks like this. Look kind of folded. So you're going to want to fold it again. And you want to fold it real toughly, because it is duct tape. And it does not like to mold to you. And so, once it cuts down to size, it's a little bit bigger than this one. But you can always keep cutting it if you want. So I think I'm going to cut this one a little bit more. Okay, so once you cut it to the size that you want, you get something that looks like this. I mean, it's not perfect yet, because you're not done. So you're going to set this aside, and you're going to take either the same color or a different color. You can use whatever color you'd like, and cut maybe 4 inches, maybe 5, depending So I'm gonna do 5 just to be safe. So you're gonna get this strand, and what you're gonna want to do is cut it straight down the middle so that you get thinner pieces like this. And then you're gonna take this again, refold it like this, and then you're gonna stick your this piece right here, and then just go around with it like this. And then you're gonna get a bow tie, and then you just kind of spread it out like this, and then you get a bow tie. So now how I attach it to things is, right now I'm gonna use so I can show you how to do it with bobby pins, the bracelet string, so you can use whatever you want to attach it. So this is not the size of my dog's neck at all, but I probably won't just put it on his collar. So what you do is you take your extra piece like this and make it a little bit smaller, because you don't need a huge piece to do this. And then you take your bow tie and you center this wherever you want it. You take this piece, lay directly on it, and then just go around like this. And then you have how to tie it. I will show you how to attach other things to it with this one. So with like a bow tie, you'd probably want to use with a bobby pin, you'd want to use a smaller. So I'm going to use this one, for example. So you're going to want to get your duct tape. Get a piece, not too big though, because it is a little guy. And then you're going to want to get it right down the middle. And then you're going to want to take your bobby pin and you're going to want to open it and slide this piece of duct tape in there. Looks hard. Because it is. It's not the simplest thing to do. And you're going to want to take it to the very end. And then you're going to want to take this, and if it wants to cooperate, and then just stick it on there. And then you take, well, it wants to have access, so we're going to cut this down a little bit. And then you can put it on like so. Hair ties, you can use it with hair ties. I can show you how to do that real quick. So first you're going to want to cut the hair tie in half, like this. And then take a piece of the duct tape that matches, or it doesn't match, it depends. And you're going to do the exact same thing as you did with the string. But you want to use a bit thicker duct tape with the hair tie because it's not as skinny. Then do to the middle of the hair tie and then attach it as you did before with the other ones. And and then you just tie this to their collar, and then you have a bow tie. Or if you make this string bigger, you can just tie it around their neck, but don't make it too tight, because you don't want to strangle your dog on accident, or your cat. So that's how I make duct tape. That's how I make duct tape bow ties. And I thought I'd show you guys because It's super easy, and they look freaking adorable. So, you can use any duct tape. For instance, I have this duct tape. I have shiny duct tape, but it doesn't seem to stick to anything. I think it's just for looks. So, like, if you were going to stick it to, like, a candle, to spruce up a candle, I think it'd probably work for that. But for this stuff, I made roses out of it once, and it did not stick to anything. So, yeah, that's all you have to do. If you want to, this is how big I made this other one. It's actually a little bit too big. And then just measure it, and then just tie it. But tie it to where it's comfortable, but not too tight, and you can still get it off. Because once you tie a knot in this stuff, it's pretty much there for a while. So yeah, that's all you do. And if you want more duct tape stuff, just comment.
So tired trying to see from behind the red in my eyes. No better version of me I could pretend to be.